So you need to realize that you are not what happened to you. Like, oh my God, you are never what happened to you. You are God's child. You are his building under construction. You are his princess. So whatever happens to you, none of it defines who you are. So choose to rise beyond your circumstances. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite DimmaLuxe, and on this channel I help girls start wherever they are with whatever they have to be wherever they want to be. So if you're starting from scratch, if you think the odds are against you, well, that is why I'm here. Please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. So today we are going to be talking about healing. If you have something that has been hurting you, if you are broken and you don't think that you can actually get out from it, or if you are looking for a way to get better, because that was actually my situation some time ago. And like we say, I always heal all the time. You can just wake up today and something goes wrong, and then you have to go through it, you have to process it, and you have to heal from it. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to heal from whatever that it is that life threw at you. So this video is divided into two. I'll first of all talk about the barriers to healing, all the things that is preventing you from healing, and also how you can heal. Okay, so if this is something that you're interested in, please stick with me and let's do this. The first barrier to healing is pretending that you are not hurt. This was me some time ago. Like when things go wrong, or when things happen to me, or when I'm broken, I always feel that I'm not hurt. I always feel like, oh, I can handle it, and I want to move on to the next thing. Let me tell you one thing: whatever it is that happens to you and you do not try to fix it, and you do not try to heal from it, believe me, it is still there waiting for you. The hurt is still there, and one day it's going to surface again. So stop pretending that you are not hurt. Okay, accept, yeah, I'm broken. My heart is shattered. I'm not okay. Accept it and try to work towards healing from it. Because the word always teaches us that, all these negative emotions is not right. The word always tells us that, oh, you should always try to feel good all the time. But that's not true. The negative experiences we gain in life shapes us. It builds us. So you being hurt and feeling that you are broken and your heart is shattered and then you are not alright, accept it. Admit that you are hurt. Okay? And that is the first step. When you admit that, oh, something is actually wrong with me, then that is when you start looking out for, how can I make this thing to stop being wrong with me? But if you say, oh, nothing is wrong with me, then there's no room for improvement. Then there's no room for you to heal from it. And guess what? Tomorrow, something can trigger you, and then the injury will surface again. And then you start wondering what is wrong with you. So stop pretending that you are not hurt, okay? The next barrier to healing is the victim mindset. Yes. The mindset of, why always me? Why wouldn't it be you? No. I don't mean that bad things should happen to you, but stop saying why always me. The Bible says that there is no struggle we face today that is unique to us. Whatever you are going through, someone else out there might be going through the same thing. That does not mean that your feelings are not valid, but it is to show you that there is nothing that is happening to you that is peculiar to you. I know that you might feel like, oh, you cannot understand. Oh, no one is having rough days like me, or no one is having all these bad things happen to them like me. People are struggling. Bad things happen to people. But the difference is that some people chose to get up from it. Some people chose that this will not define me. Some people chose to rise from it. So when you have this victim mindset of, why always me? You cannot heal. You cannot come out from it. Because you've already told yourself that this is my lot. This is who I am. This is my fate. So you need to realize that you are not what happened to you. Like, oh my God, you are never what happened to you. You are God's child. You are his building under construction. You are his princess. So whatever happens to you, none of it defines who you are. So choose to rise beyond your circumstances. These days, I've stopped saying, oh, this person did this to me. Oh, this person did that to me. Do you know what I say these days? I ask myself, what did I do to myself? What have I done for myself? How do I try to make myself to be better? How do I try to give myself all the beautiful things I desire? When you start asking such questions, you rise above the noise. You rise above people's projection towards you. You rise above the wrongs that happen in your life and step into a better place. Stop being the victim of your circumstances. Please tell yourself today, I'm done being the victim of what people did to me. Rather, I'm a victor of who I am. Rather, I chose to be strong. I chose to be a victor. I chose to rise above the noise. I chose to work hard to give myself the beautiful life I needed. I chose to make myself to be healthy so that I can attract the things that I want. The next barrier to healing is unforgiveness. I heard someone say that not forgiving someone is like carrying the other person's burden. And it cannot be true. A couple of people have hurt me in my life, like so bad. Someone disappointed me. Oh my God, that disappointment hit me so hard that I could not believe, because I've gone through a lot of things. I've made a lot of sacrifices. I've left a lot of things behind, and the person just decided to disappoint me. I was on my own and you were like, you want to do this for me? I never asked for it because I was comfortable where I am. And you brought me out and just left me stranded. And I hated this person and I could not forgive this person. And as this goes by, started taking self-development serious. Whenever I remember that scenario, oh my God, I used to feel resentment, I used to feel anger, like different negative emotions, until one day I said, I will liberate myself from this. And I forgave the person, even though the person never asked for forgiveness, even though the person did not see anything wrong in what they did. But I was like, okay, I let go. One of the reasons why I forgive this person is because of God, because we also get on the bad side of God. And just like the popular Lord's Prayer, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. I'm like, let me forgive those who sin against me so that God will forgive me. That's the first part. And secondly is that I wanted to relieve myself of carrying someone else's burden. Yes, I wanted to stop. When I remember this person, I want to stop feeling angry. I want to stop resenting this person, because that emotion can go for a long time. I might feel like that 2-3 hours before I will get myself back. I told myself, this is not the kind of place I want to be. And I let go and I forgave, and God did that exact thing for me, even in a better way. One of the barriers to healing is unforgiveness. I only healed from that trauma because I forgave the person. I only healed because I was able to let go. So when you don't forgive, you cannot heal. Yes, you cannot heal. And I know that it hurts you so bad, like there's nothing that hits more than that. But what am I going to do? It has happened. And I had to move on from it. Because one thing is that when you stay down there, those people that hurt you will be like, yeah, I actually made the best choice of not moving through life with this person, because look at how stagnant they are. That's one thing. It might appear as if they made the right choice. And that's not what you want. It's not just about them making the right choice or not, because me, I don't even care. But it's about you rising above your circumstances. It's about you trying to get yourself to where you want to be. So forgive. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. Like, I'm not going to come up here and pretend that it's easy. It was so hard for me to forgive this person because there was no apology, and I'm still coming to that. But I did, so that I can heal. And look at me today. Whenever I remember that situation, I don't feel anything. Because another barrier to healing is identifying with the pain. Yes. A lot of us have identified with the pain. Like, to the point that the pain is our identity. The pain is who we are. I've gone through this. Growing up, I had some bad things that happened to me in my childhood, which as days go by, when I get comfortable, I'll start talking more about them. But yeah, I had a lot of things go wrong. I was misunderstood. I was labeled what I was not. And I grew up with that. And also I was lonely. And a couple of things happened to me that traumatized me. So at a time, because this started happening for a long time, like my childhood, even till I started growing up to become a teenager. So this has happened for a very long time. There was no other option but for me to identify with the pain. There was no other option but for me to accept, like to assimilate it. It was as if pain is my daily food. So this made me I used to have headache every day of my life. Yes, I've not said this before, but growing up, during my teenage years, I used to have headache every day of my life. Like at the time I got used to it, but the headache was because of the pain I was passing through every day. So when I met my boyfriend, every time I would complain, oh my God, I'm having headache. Like every day was like, why? What is wrong? Why are you having this? You know, I refuse to take drugs for it because it's a daily thing. So I was like, for how long am I going to be taking drugs? And I knew that this thing is not a drug thing. Yes, because I knew that when I have headache, maybe out of stress or I'm trying to fall sick, I knew. But when I was just having headache as a daily life, and I got so used to it, so I could never think of going to take drugs or any medical attention to it because I was so used to it. I was so used to I used to have headache every day of my life for so many years. Imagine the kind of pain I was going through. So, but when I met him, as this goes by, I started noticing that I'm not that person to have the headache anymore. Yes. And as this goes by, I started healing. I started taking myself serious. I started forgiving people. I started letting go of a lot of things I was carrying. And before you know it, the headache disappeared. These days, it's hard for me to have headache. Whenever I have it, I know that it's one thing. It's either I'm trying to fall sick or I'm stressed. But it rarely happens to me these days. And why? Because I've healed. I've stopped identifying with the pain. I've stopped living with the pain. Like, I've let go of everything that is not good for my mental health. And the headache left me. Something that has happened so many years. And that might be the case of some of us. You've identified with the pain. You've internalized the pain so much that you are nothing without the pain. Like, you trying to heal from it is like you losing yourself. I'm saying this because I've been there, just like the explanation I gave now. I've been there, so I know. But one thing I need you to do is to know that you are not the pain. You are not what happened to you. You are not the bad things that people project on you. You are not the bad things that people say about you. You are who you choose to be. And I know that pain is not what you chose for yourself. I know. But you just happen to see yourself down there. Please stop identifying with the pain, okay? Start shedding it off. Start letting it go. Start telling yourself, this is not me. This is not what I want for myself. This is not the kind of life I want to live. A lot of us have internalized that we are unqualified, we are not good enough, we are not beautiful, we are not talented, and this has been inbuilt in us. This has become our identity. This even affects how we put ourselves out there. We miss on a lot of opportunities because we think we are not good enough. We've internalized this. It has become our identity. But you have to start letting go of this. You have to start shedding this off. Okay? You have to know that you are not that. And when you agree that this is not who I am, that is actually a bold step to healing. And finally, negative mindsets. We need to let go of negative mindset. Like, mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. If you focus on your lack, if you think bad about yourself, if you think that you're not good enough, you're not qualified enough, if you think that you cannot heal, you cannot come out from that situation, then so be it. You're the one holding yourself back. Since anything is literally possible. Okay, you can be better, you can flip your life around. If I can do it, so you can. Like, oh my God, I wish you guys can see the picture of what I was prior to all of this. I wish you can. It's just that I don't have a phone then, so I was not recording myself. There's no record of my teenage years, you know, like there's no videos or photos or anything. I got my first phone at 19. That was the end of everything. I wish like there was a record of who I was and everything that was going on so that you guys can see. I can't believe that I'm the person sitting down here and I'm like this. Like, I can't even believe it. Even though that this has always been my dream, but a lot of things happened for so many years that I don't have any other option than to have a negative mindset. But one day I was like, You know, watching the television, I admired Nansime a lot. And I've said this a couple of times. She's the first celebrity that made me to want to aspire to become better, because I loved her and I'm like, I want to be like her. And then I love her movies, you know, her wearing corporate wears, you know, being a boss, making her own money, being independent. I love that for her. And even me finding out that this was actually who she is in real life, and made me to fall in love with her more, because that is the part of her I fell in love with. Even though I don't know what she looks like in real life, but you know, when I got my phone and then through social media, then I saw that she's an independent woman, and you know, the way she fights for herself and stuff, it's really, really impressed me and made me to fall in love with her more. So, but aside that, growing up was so shit to me, and a lot of things happened, and I was this person that's so negative. I was not confident, first because of my skin. Like growing up, I had this skin allergy all over my skin. I had these black spots like everywhere on my body, that at the time I saw someone and that person asked me, have you taken HIV test? I'm like, oh my God, does this look like HIV symptoms to you? But yeah, so I had this negative mindset about myself. I was filled with low self-esteem. But the day I said, you know what, that woman I watched on TV, the kind of confidence she has, the kind of life she lives, this is not the kind of mindset this person has. And that day, everything's changed for me. So I hope that if you can be able to look at these things and find out the ones that is stopping you from healing, your life changes. So let's get to the second part, which is steps to healing, how to heal. This is not in a chronological order, so I just pushed out a lot of things here that has helped me to heal, and I know that it can help you as well. So let's get into it. The first step to healing is letting go. Yes, that's the hardest part for me, to let go. To let go of who I've always believed myself to be. The little Chidema with the spots all over her body, that she's not good enough, that she walks a certain way, that she speaks a certain way, she cannot even construct a good sentence in English, that she's not talented. No matter how high she thinks of herself, she cannot get to the other side. How to let go of all these things. You know, there's nothing so uncertain as, where do I go from here? Because you don't even know what the next place looks like. You don't even know. And you know, as human beings, we always choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. Wherever we are comfortable with, no matter, even if we are passing through hell, even if things are not going right for us, we would rather remain there than to get out to go into the unknown. So me letting go of this identity of myself is like me stepping out into the unknown. I don't know what the other side will look like. Okay, I felt I was not qualified, so I had to start thinking that I'm qualified. But am I actually qualified? I don't even know. So why will I think highly of myself when I don't even know if I'm actually that person? That is uncertainty. That was so hard for me to do. To rewire my brain, to change my mindset about who I am, about how I think of myself. But that is a very bold step in healing. If you can let go of all you thought of yourself previously, of whatever people did to you. This person broke your heart, you gave him your all, you did this, you did that, but this person chose to leave you, to disappoint you. But being able to let that person go is such a bold step to healing. And if you can do this, just know that I'm so proud of you, and I'm rooting for you, because I've been there and I know how hard it is. I know. Letting go of the familiar, how that person made you feel. Don't even know the next person you're going to meet. Don't even know if you're going to actually meet someone else again. It's so hard, but it's worth it, okay? Never you make excuses for their poor action. Never you make excuses for how they treated you. One thing that I learned about life is that some things has to end in order for other ones to begin. So if your journey is asking you to shed some part of you, please shed it, okay? Better things are coming. Good stuff are out there, okay? There's a lot of experiences you haven't gained yet. And if there's one thing about me, if there's something that I decided on, is that nothing can ever stop me to access, to experience all the good stuff that is lying out there for me. Come on, I'm still so young. I've never met some people like, There's 7 billion people in the world and still counting, and then I'm like, oh, I'm done. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. Do you know how many countries that are there in the world? I've never traveled to a single one. And then you are telling me that someone should pause all these things. No. Please let that person go. And you're telling me that the way you think of yourself will stop all these blessings from coming. Please let that part of you go. Okay? Let it go. And another aspect of healing we really talk about is how hard it is to come alive again. I knew how hard it is for me to be here, to come alive again. After everything, after all the traumatizing things that happened, this is the part we don't talk about. It's hard. It's not easy, and I'm not going to sit down here and pretend that it is easy. It is not. But you just have to, okay? You just have to. It is worth it. I promise you, it is worth it. The next one is go through it. Go through it. Go through the pain. I think the part of healing that nobody told me about is the inner battle that comes with healing. Oh my God. You are going to fight with yourself. This part of yourself is telling you, you're not good enough. And then you are telling it, yes, I am. This part of you is telling you, oh, you can never meet someone as nice as him again. And then this other part of you is telling you, if he costs me my peace, then he doesn't want being in my life. Like, oh my God, there's so much inner battle. Just like I said before, I thought I was unqualified. And then me trying to tell myself that I'm qualified. And then I don't even know if I'm qualified. So that's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of battle that you have to fight internally. But sis, just do it, okay? It's worth it. Anything that is worthwhile is not easy. And that is why not everyone gets to live a worthwhile life, because it is not easy. But I believe that you can. It's hard to rewire your mind that good things are possible. Before I met my boyfriend, I've had 2 unsuccessful relationships, very, very unsuccessful. And when I met him, it's so hard for me to rewire my mind to believe that, oh, this person is good enough. It's hard for me to believe that he's real, because all the good stuff that I'm getting, things I never got in the other ones, I'm like, is this person even real, or is this person just going to show me the good stuff for 2 weeks and disappear? Am I deserving? Like, I had to question myself. Dimma, I mean, nobody. Like, how can I get all these things? But then I had to rewire my mind and be like, Dimma, you can. You're a nice person. You take care of people that you love. You think so highly of them. You put them first. They're your priority. You pray for them. You try to do everything possible for the relationship to work. So if someone else is putting the same energy, you are not asking for much, okay? You deserve it. It's hard for me to change my mindset. So go through the pain, okay? Go through it. It is not easy, but it's worth it. Another thing is gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus away from the pain. Yes. Because once you keep thinking about the pain and replaying the scenario in your head, then you keep living in the pain. But when you are grateful, even though you are broken, you don't have food to eat, you don't have roof over your head, but then you wake up and you're like, Lord, I'm grateful that I'm alive to see this day. I'm grateful that you gave me another opportunity to make my life better. When you are grateful for these things, it shifts your focus away from the pain, the things you lack, the things that are not going right in your life, and makes you to focus on the good things that you have. Because sometimes our problem in life is that we don't remind ourselves of the blessings we have. We are always focused on the things we don't have. That is our problem. Always more, always more, always more. And when we even get that more, we are not satisfied. True satisfaction doesn't come from all these things we want. It is innate. It is what we tell ourselves. That is where true satisfaction lies. It's when you wake up and tell yourself, I'm good enough. Even though that, oh, yesterday you applied for a job and then you are told you are not qualified. But then waking up and then telling yourself, you know what, I'm good enough and I'm going to go out there and apply for more jobs. And anyone who got me is lucky. That is gratitude. That is satisfaction. That is being contented. So be grateful. I know that you are in a very bad place, but be grateful that God keeps giving you a new day to become better. Be grateful that you came across this video that can help you to heal. Be grateful that we humans, we have so many years to do human things. Be grateful. When you focus on your blessings, it speeds the healing. The next is accept what you never get. Now, this is a huge part of healing. Some of us, we are waiting for the person to feel sorry, to apologize. But sometimes you never get that because the person that hurt you is out there just living his best life. Yes, this happened to me. Just like the story I told about someone promising to send me to school and everything. This person did not even believe that they did something to me. This person did not even believe that. This person never apologized for a single day. No explanation, nothing. Those days, I was waiting for this person to apologize, to call me and feel sorry and all of this. I never got that. At the time, I told myself, you know what? I will heal. Yes, I will get over this. I will try to become better. I will try to give myself what it is that I told myself I need. And I started healing without this person feeling sorry. Even up to date, I started healing even without getting an apology. And I completely healed myself from that trauma without even getting a single apology. So a huge part of healing is accepting something that you never get. Accept it. Accept that they might not feel sorry. Accept that they might not apologize to you. Accept that they might even gaslight you to make you to feel that, oh, you are actually the problem. Accept all these things, but choose to be the best you can be. Choose to say, you know what? Whatever you did to me, whatever projections, whatever you put me through, that will never define me. Okay? I will choose to be the best I can be. You know, the best part of healing is choosing to be the best you can be with or without them. I love this part of healing so much. Growing up, I was used to pain. But I healed because I knew that this version of me that I aspire to, the person I want to be, the woman I want to be, she needs to be healed. She needs to heal from all this trauma, all this disappointment. And then I healed myself. That's the best part of healing. I think that's the best part of being human. You can reinvent yourself as many times as possible. You can be whoever that you want to be. You can put in the work. You can change yourself, flip yourself as how many times as possible. You have that power. So why live in darkness? Why live in the projections people made on you? Why live in sadness, in pain, when you can be whoever you want to be, when you can flip your life around, when you can reinvent yourself as many times as possible? Why? I remember when someone slapped me for no reason. Now, I don't know this person. I haven't spoken with this person, but I used to see the person around, you know, where I live. But I've never spoken with this person. This person is not my friend. I don't know who this person is. So this guy slapped me for no reason. And every time I remember that, I wanted to clap back. And he did that because he knew at that time I cannot do anything. Because obviously now you cannot just walk up to me and slap me for no reason. Oh my God. We died there. To be honest, we died there. So he did that and I was so sad. I was not feeling sad because the person slapped me. I was feeling sad because this person did this with the knowledge that I will not do anything about it. And I cannot fight back because he's much more older and everything. I've always wanted to clap back. I look forward to the day that I will grow so much and then I will be able to face this person. But then, you know, Jesus Christ came and did his thing. I had to forgive. This is so hard for me to forgive this person. But I did. And today, when I look at their life, I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. And I look at my own life, I'm actually in a good place. And I love myself and I love me. I've healed, I've forgiven, I've let go, I've forgotten, I've left it behind me. It's all my past now. It's not who I am. That is the best part of healing. That is the best part of being human. You can flip your life around. You can change. You can transform yourself into somebody else. And that is okay. So please learn to use this power. Stop staying down where people left you, where they pushed you to. Stop living there. Oh my God, I can never live where someone pushed me to. You can set me back momentarily, but I'm not going to stay there. Just know that I'm not going to stay down there. I'm just going to keep fighting for the rest of my life. That is who I am, and that is the power of being human. You can be whatever you choose to be. You can be whoever you choose to be at any point in time. Okay? It's not too late to reinvent yourself. It's not too late to heal. Let go through it. Be the best you can be. I'm sharing you on. And finally, this is a huge part of healing, which is be your own parent. When I learned this, my life changed. Being my own parent. No, growing up, I used to blame my parents for certain things that they could not give me. Yes, I used to hate them, I used to complain a lot. I'm like, yeah, every other kid got this. Like, this is the bare minimum, but I'm not getting it. That is the way I used to feel. But then growing up, I saw their own struggles too, and I saw that it's not even easy to take care of a family, to raise children in this economy, like things are hard and stuff like that. And aside from the financial aspects, also the emotional aspects, I want them to be for me in certain ways. I want them to see the real me. I want them to understand me. But sometimes, and a lot of times, they do misunderstand me and who I am. I used to feel bad about it. And one day I just decided that I have to be my own parents. They are operating from the knowledge they have. This was how they were raised, and they are trying to do their best. Maturing is realizing that your mom is also a girl. That's maturing. And then I decided to give myself everything that they did not give me or other people did not give me. So whenever I lack anything, I stop thinking about, oh, this person should be the person to give me this. No, I try to find ways to give myself that. I started teaching myself a lot of things. That is when I started reading a lot of self-help books. I started reading, devotionals. I started trying to know about God so that I can be able to equip myself with every other thing that I lack. So be your own parent. Whatever it is that you lacked, work towards giving yourself that. That is also a part of healing. This person shattered your heart. Okay, by yourself, pick the pieces together, fix it. You can. The beauty of being human is that you don't even know how much we can stretch. You don't even know our capabilities. Like, even me presently, I don't even know my strength. Like, it's when things happen, and then you work on them, and then that is when you know, oh my God, I never believe I can be this strong. So sis, I'm sending you all the love, all the hugs. It's not easy. It's not easy to try to get out from something that was meant to break you. It's not easy, I wouldn't lie, but it's worth it, okay? I pray that God be with you. I pray that you will become better and come out of this victorious, okay? If you need to seek help, you can go to therapy. Me, I never went to therapy because I cannot afford it. So I, by myself, started to figure out ways. But you can also go to therapy, okay? Speak to God all the time about it. Go and cry to Him. Go and bare your heart to Him, okay? I wish you all the best. So with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. Hope you learned one or two things from this video. If there's any topic you want me to talk about in this channel, please feel free to tell me that in the comment section, okay? I'm out here reading all your comments. It's still your favorite, DimmaLuxe, and it's been great with you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive and stay cheeky. Bye.